Okay, I don't know what the freak happened to my previous video, but hey, whatever. We're back in full effect, and you know what? Now we can really get it cracking. How about that? Okay, so um, I like to savor the flavor, so and I don't waste my time on anything but extra large shrimp. Okay, if you know, depending on your budget, if you need to use large shrimp or medium, that's fine. But I personally like to use extra large because I just think that it gets straight to the point, and when you cook them, you'll still feel like you got some meaty shrimps on your hands. Okay. Everybody's different. I leave my shells on just a little bit because it savors the flavor, and just amazing when you finish eating your boil and you're putting it all together. So here in the pot right now, we got a little garlic and onions, okay? And I already cut up and I peeled the garlic and onions. Right now we're gonna just add some butter to our king crab legs in the back and our snow crab legs, just so we don't have no burnt up situations. But in the meantime, between time, we're gonna cut these bad boys right here on up and drop them in, because they need to get working. I feel really good today. And I haven't felt good like this in a while. Again, I really haven't been inspired to cook like that. So the fact that I'm even in this mood is really exciting to me. So bear with me, guys, I guess I should say, right? So anyway, all right, so we working. All right, should you guys come close so we come closer? Please make sure you like and subscribe and comment below. You know, I would love to get better and better at this. So I did a little, I'm gonna do a mixture of jumbo, and I'm going to do a mixture of large. Alright, and I'm going to add some more garlic and onions inside of here. In the meantime, we're going to get our baby bellas ready to put inside of here, okay? Now, again, like I was saying before, never be afraid of the hot stove. It happens. You burn yourself. But I'm never going to just tell anybody, like, look, go ahead and put your hand in like a hot pot, if you know. So I'm gonna add these potatoes in here now. We put the potatoes in, and then I'm gonna just put a little bit of parsley for no fucking reason right now. It's really just to make it pretty. I like chopped onions. Sorry about being all in y'all viewpoint way. I like to put chopped onions because it just adds a little extra pizzazz. I'm not an onion girl myself per se, eating wise, but I've noticed when I cook for other people, you know, it's not about what you like to eat. And this is not per se for me, because again, everybody who really knows me, you know, I cannot eat seafood. Well, I can't eat shellfish. Alright, I'm gonna bring you out a little closer. I was trying to make this intimate so you could really watch the prep process happen, but that's not gonna be the case today. Alright. So, look at that. That looks so good. Alright, so because I am very allergic, I'm going to use these tongs to pull out the king legs, because I like the king legs to really cook. I really like them to cook. Just primarily because it's more meaty, you know? It's a lot more meat. It's a thicker shell. So I want to make sure that they cooked through. Really, really good. So I am going to let them get in this pot with the shrimp first to let them work. Alright. Now you always want to try to keep remembering to add the top on. The quicker they can steam, the better. Now the ones that are back here, they're snow crab legs, and it's not really much to that. You know, sometimes I like to be cute and I'll just add some more onions. I use yellow and I use white onions. Sometimes I do use red onions, but for the most part, yellow and white, right? Your nearest Whole Foods or King's. Alright. So anyway, yeah. I didn't have much drive anymore, too. I mean, I'm sure that everybody can relate to that. Like, when you just feel like you just lost your step. For anybody who can't tell what I'm doing at that moment, I was adding onions. Just more onions. You know, it doesn't hurt to dress it. It never hurts. You can never have enough minced garlic. You can never have enough peeled garlic either. So, I'm going to just go ahead and add. Even though I told you guys I am not a fan of jar garlic, but I keep it. It's a cheat code. Why not? And also because it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt at all. It doesn't. So, we are cooking with gas. Alright. I am a huge fan of cleaning up as I cook. It's just a thing I like to do. Also because when I'm done, I want to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to sit down, pour me a nice martini. Like a really nice martini. And just reflect on the day. But I was really having like a really, really, really bad patch. And I wasn't inspired to cook like that anymore. Like I said, I was doing the essential things. Again, I'm allergic to shellfish. I should not be touching them. But I am. Because sometimes when I just got to get right to it, I don't have time to play around with this. So, because I'm allergic, sometimes I do use gloves. But I just wash my hands really good with hot water. And I only grab by the tips. If you are allergic. Now, I'm not suggesting you do what I do if you're allergic. Because everybody is different for allergic reactions. Just letting you know, this is what I do. So, don't go ahead and say, oh, she told me it's okay to do it. Honey. I am not going to be liable for your allergic reactions. Alright? Okay, come on. Let's get back to the kitchen. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I really went through this crazy ass breakup. And I feel like we broke up before and it couldn't get any worse. So I'm like, why did this time feel so much worse? And I don't know if it's because like I should have knew better. Irregardless, it took me down, and I'll explain that in another video when I have more time. But yeah, it was hard on me, guys. It was hard. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. So anyway, I found some inspiration out of from some weird ass place, right? And I thank God for it, because I came up with this wonderful masterpiece that an old client of mine is coming to pick up for her and her daughter's dinner. And I know people are probably like, are you crazy? This was like great revenue and money for you, and you know how much money is in the food industry for you for culinary, especially for what you do and how much you love your craft, blah blah blah. I get all of that, but when you don't have I guess for anybody who's a creator or when you're inspired, you know, if you're not inspired or you just don't have like that motivation, sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are at something. It happens to the best of us. It really does happen to the best of us, guys. So, I know that we had some large ones around here somewhere. I'm going to be ready to plate these shrimp. I just don't know what happened to the large ones. But I have to get ready to plate this, guys, and I'm going to use an aluminum pan. I told you I use the parsley a lot for color. I'm going to throw a little lemon on it, and then I'll put at the end of the post how I plated this, but here you go. Here is just a really nice, simple seafood pot. Only thing, you know, I know a lot of people like to put corn and stuff like that in it, but here you go. Alright, so I'll be back and I'll make something else another time. But, this was a good therapy for me. It really was. It really, really, really was. Oh, I do like to add red crushed pepper, by the way. So, let me show you that. If you're not into spice, it's fine. You don't have to put a lot. I like spice. I don't mind a little bit of spice. I don't mind a little bit of spice. Especially for thick pieces of meat like this, when you're using king crab, you have to go ahead and just, you know, add a little extra to the punch because it's just more meat. You know what I mean? So, this is a stick of butter. Now, this is a sweet cream salted. Okay? If I used a half a stick. Now, if I had this in my big seafood pot, I would have did a whole stick. But a half a stick is fine, being that we already have a lot of seasonings that we're using already. And on top of that, seafood is naturally salty anyway. So, I really try to lay off on the salt because, I mean, it's just the right thing to do. You know, I don't even have anything dope to say to that. It's just the right thing to do. Like, lay off the salt, guys. Lay off the salt. I think I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in here. Just a little bit. These are done, though. The shrimp are done. I was going to add a little bit more shrimp inside this pot with the snow crab, but the shrimp in here are done. So I had already turned this down. So to keep this hot and warm, I'm going to go ahead and just cover that on up, okay? And we're going to turn it off. I'm going to cut up a little bit of this and put it in here with that, with some more shrimp, and let this cook down. And then I'm going to plate it really, really nice in an aluminum pan. An aluminum pan just like this. And voila, there's a seafood boil.